click over here. Very, very interesting. Land of brimstone and swirling ash. Orbis Calaglia.
That's...
Glanimede Castle. Stronghold of Lord Balsef. Self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the Gates of Fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Freedom.
Let's go. Be careful. If you get close to a Zeugle, they'll attack.
Making contact with an enemy icon will initiate a battle. Defeating all enemies in the battle will give you experience and rewards. But be careful, all characters on your side are defeated, you'll be wiped out. During combat, press that button. While in the menu to change your character's control mode. Semi-auto. I wonder if I want to get rid of semi-auto. I wonder. Semi-auto mode is designed for players who only wish to casually dabble in combat. Meanwhile, manual mode for those seeking full control, while auto mode lets the game take the reign.
Don't go charging off like that!
It's over!
Take it!
See ya! Don't let them form a pack!
I'm only getting started!
You're not giving up now, are you?
No, I refuse to let it end like this.
That's what I want to hear! Raise your sword!
It's over!
Magna Ray!
You're mine!
I'm on it!
You're finished!
See ya! I'm sure I can put this to use. Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Or I
Normally,
can
don't
fight
pick
all
up
the
weak.
enemies that I come across.
Take this! I can't move!
Take
Fall back!
You're
I'm on
mine!
it! Circle and bring him down!
Are you dead?
Resuscitation!
You're not dead.
Not done yet!
It's over! Here I go!
Take this!
It's over! Here I go!
How's
I'm
this?
only getting started!
See ya!
Here I come! Military!
Get sword! Touch cannon!
You're mine!
Just needed a quick
I
resurrection.
need to be stronger.
Alright, my score went down, but you know, stuff happens. Or anything for my troubles? The treasure chest. $800 HP.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Antidote rock.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Resting at a campground will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you've previously viewed.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zeugles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
I love how they gotta shove the downloadable content into my face.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still,
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr,
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
you're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
Alright, well, keep them coming, I guess.
so this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just, you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renin soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
Didn't we have a conversation earlier about how she believed him that he didn't feel pain, and then, you know, she explained all that? Throwing that out there.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Ah, fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balseph, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
Sounds in this
We
game.
have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Are all over the place in terms of volume. I'm gonna let this skit play out. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab something.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
Alright. The thing that I wanted,
I hate camping out.
would have taken more time than likely the skit would have given me, so come back to that option later.
Eat. We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
Oh. Okay, I didn't die. There's that. Garp. Say.
What's this thing?
It's used to increase your maximum HP. Well, glad I chose to jump down rather than climb down, because, my goodness. Activity records. This is where you can check the main story and subquest progress. It also lets you view the rewards you get from finishing subquests. You can access these records directly with that. I was just pressing random buttons.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
Giant Zoogles roam around certain areas. They're very hard to fight. But you can get rare items and lots of SP if you manage to beat them.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Real question right now is, would they put that there? If I couldn't actually beat it. Yes.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
Had it coming!
Yes, they would.
Dig deep, brothers!
How do I run away? Well, I mean, as okay, I was gonna say, as things are currently going,
I'm on it!
I could kill this thing in about 6 hours. I am very confused why it won't let me run away, though.
Here I go. I'm only getting
I guess we're dying.
there.
No! Can't end here!
Fall back!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. Resuscitation!
See ya!
Talent
Storm! Touch
Here I
cannon!
come! You're finished! Take this! You're finished! Mirage! You're mine! It's over!
See ya! Talent
Take this!
Touch cannon!
Slice! Take this!
I'm on it!
No! It can't end here!
Here I go. It's over.
There we go. End this. There we go. I would have ran away. Alright, when the party wipes out in a normal fight and loses, it costs CP to recover in the same area. While you'll still return to the same area even with no CP, you won't recover HP, meaning that retreating to accrue CP will be wise.
I can't believe this.
I guess that's fine.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
Go fight this guy up here. And I got it on the map, so there's that.
Normally I don't pick on the weak. This is it! Dig deep!
Easier said than done.
No excuses! This is up to us! Guess we gotta roll with it.
Mirage!
It's over. Here I go.
You're mine!
I'm only getting
You're
started.
finished!
I'm on it!
Here I come!
Talent Storm!
Mirage! Try harder! It's over!
The controls
I'm sure I can put this to use.
definitely gonna take some getting used to. Dogtail. Dogtail resembling that of a wise noble Shiba Inu. That one combined with a set of ears makes it tempting to run around barking everywhere.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Let's just go over here because it's gonna go away. Danan owls can be found roosting in hidden spots throughout the land. There may be something in it for adventurers who choose to track them down.
I'll take you all on!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Don't
It's
go
over.
charging off like that!
Mirage! You're finished!
How's this?
Take
See ya.
this! You're finished! No escape! Rising Wyvern!
There!
Mirage!
It's not going to plan.
Here, let me
How's
help.
You actually broke him out.
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! No escape! I'll run you through!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Yeah, the controls are definitely going to be the hardest part for me. Orange gel, 30%
What's this
CP.
thing?
Okay. So where TP used to be the thing, CP taking over.
No choice.
I wonder if there's such things as back attacks.
Rising Wyvern! Crush! Mirage! Crush! Talon! Tusk Cannon! You're mine! It's over!
First aid!
You're mine!
Take
Mirage!
Mega Ray!
You're mine! You're finished! Talon! Take this!
It is kind of nice that you can use arts
Let me know if you're struggling.
without having to worry about conserving TP and things like that. It probably ends up being the same mechanically, but it feels better as a player. Unzelbeck. Yeah, it's not even.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's save. Mark.